on News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
O'Connor and Company.
It's 7:36 now on O'Connor and Company. Thanks for joining us. Super busy morning here as we analyze not just last night's election results in Virginia, but of course the news of the day and tonight's debate in Miami, where I'm broadcasting live from right now, as I will tomorrow, with a first-hand report of what I saw at that debate. Also, you just heard the breaking story that it is confirmed now. It was still up in the air when we started our program at 5 a.m., but Julie Gunlock, it looks as though Buddha Biberai's career as Commonwealth's Attorney of Loudoun County is over. She lost that race. And if we can get any good news out of yesterday's results, that's the one.
Yes.
That's the one. So important for the people of Loudoun County.
And for the Smith family, the Scott Smith family.
Amen to that. Yeah. So that's great. Coming up at 8:05, Brendan Carr, FCC Commissioner. So apparently I said a four-letter word or something because I'm in trouble. And also at 8:35, Ian Lovejoy, one of the other shining spots last night, Republican who won his race for House of Delegates. There's a couple of other races that are still up in the air there that Republicans could snag, and we're watching those, but they're too close to call. And Susanna Gibson, the pornographer who was running for her race, it looks like she's losing as well. She's
very good.
Looks like she's lost. Which, by the way, I mean it's good. Listen, her career, her career has had a lot of ups and downs.
Oh, stop. Okay, we're gonna stop there.
And
she's probably gonna get a position at HHS.
Oh,
seriously,
she knows something about positions.
Okay.
And she's going to be able to fall back on her career there. At least she has a career to fall back on. Well, she's a nurse. What did you think I meant? Joining us right now is the chairman of the Republican Party in Arlington County, who became an overnight celebrity. Yeah, Matthew's got to sit on hold and listen to this.
It's awkward.
Matthew Hurtt joins us now. Who you listen? Everybody wants to have their 15 minutes of fame, Matt. And don't get me wrong. You're gonna listen. You have a bright future ahead of you in Republican politics, but I don't think you were expected to become an overnight sensation this way. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Well, Larry, Julie, thanks so much for having me. And yeah, what a wild election day in Arlington. The face of progressive voters in Arlington, the gentleman that I caught on camera yesterday. But it's a tremendous opportunity. And the election results are still coming in across the Commonwealth, but conservatives and Republicans have an opportunity to build from this and to take our message to many, many voters, because aside from the gentleman who flew off the handle yesterday, hundreds of Democrat voters in Arlington told me they were crossing party lines to vote for our candidate for county board because they're tired of one-party rule in Northern Virginia. And so that's my message this morning, Larry and Julie, and I would love to just talk about that with you guys.
We love that message. I do want to remind you, listen, the Democrats used fear, okay? And you saw all the ads going, MAGA fascists, MAGA extremists. Well, let's listen to the man who confronted you while you were peacefully volunteering in front of a polling place, legally, in a public space. Listen to this guy. This is the face and voice of the Democrats in Northern Virginia.
Have a nice day.
Rapist rights, involving yourself in people's families and bedrooms.
It's pretty wild.
Animal. You try to steal my vote next year, I'm gonna remember you personally.
Thank you.
In fact, I'm taking a picture of you.
So let's pause it right there if we could, Michael. Listen, we should be afraid of people like this. And this is, I've heard from so many Republicans, Matthew, in Northern Virginia. It's like, I have to deal with these people all the time, including you, Julie. Did you feel like that moment right there, I will come after you, I will remember you, I'm taking your picture. Did you feel like that was a personal threat?
What I told Arlington County Police yesterday when I filed a report was that if the Democrat sample ballot poll greeter, the gentleman who is also in the video, had not been in proximity, I believe that gentleman would have physically assaulted me. And so I'm proceeding with filed a police report, and I'm pursuing charges. He was unhinged, and in fact, this was our second interaction.
Right.
What you don't see is on the way into the polling location, he did essentially the same thing. I said, would you like a Republican sample ballot? And he immediately flew into a rage. I assumed on the way back out we would have a similar encounter. He wasn't done with me yet, and so I slipped the phone into my shirt pocket and hit record. And sure enough, it's both unnerving but also kind of comedy gold because everything that you think about a progressive activist at the polling location was manifest in this guy.
Oh, Matthew, he got into a Prius. I was dying. I was like, listen.
With a coexist bumper sticker.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Matthew, has this? I know that there's a bunch of internet sleuths out there. One claiming that this guy yelled at Trump at a Trump event, but has he been identified, or have the police identified? I don't expect you to identify him here, but has he been identified?
The conversation I had with Arlington County Police yesterday, I identified him, and the folks on Twitter. Who DM'd me and provided me name and information. I was able to confirm that using access to the data, the voter data, because I'm chairman of a unit committee. I have access. So the name that I was given, I ran through the voter data, and sure enough, a gentleman by that name lives in that precinct. So he would have voted there yesterday. And that's the information I gave Arlington County Police. The detectives are following up. And we will know something, I think, within a week. I've had very limited interaction with Arlington County Police. They're very professional, and that's what I told the detective yesterday, and he indicated that it would be a speedy resolution in this process.
Oh, great.
Well,
Matthew Hurtt.
Well, you are also. I just want to say you are so professional, and anybody watch. Look, I'm raising 3 young men, 3 boys, and I showed them the video, and I said, "This is how you act. Don't act like your mother, who probably would have." I was like, don't follow my lead.
It's like,
act like Matthew.
I know. I'm hearing you say this, like, physician, heal thyself, okay? Because we got very issues. Matthew, is this in any way planted? Like, are you in any way sort of hesitant now to be out there and continuing your advocacy for Republican principles and positions, knowing that this sort of thing can happen?
Well, I answered a call earlier in the hour because I thought it was you guys, but it was my first blocked harassing call. So I've started to get those, but I think that it's going to take it takes men and women of good conscience who are brave. And I hear all the time from Republicans in Arlington who want to run for office, but they say, I don't want to face this kind of thing. I don't want to face the threats that I face. I don't want to face. There was a state Senate candidate out in Western Fairfax, and she was absolutely just eviscerated by her opponent and professionally and everything. And so I try to tell them, we have to be brave, we have to be bold, and that's why I'm proud to be the chairman of the Arlington Committee, because we have an opportunity here, but we have to be bold. And as Andrew Breitbart said, we have to be happy warriors, and that's what I do when I'm in Arlington in an 80% county. Living dead. My neighbors voted for Joe Biden. And I'm here to talk about our conservative principles, and I'm not going to shy away from those.
Well, Matt, I know a thing or two about Andrew Breitbart, and I assure you he would be so proud of you today. He would have called you personally to tell you how proud he was. Well done. Keep up the fight. And you're kind of a sensation right now, so enjoy it. Ride that wave.
Thank you, guys.
You bet.